All right, today I want to talk about the top 4 book recommendations I have. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, every day I get so many questions about which book should I read. Do you have any recommendations about books or anything? And I thought I'll just do the top 4 for me. Now, we are in my offline room, and you might have seen it. Normally, there are actually a lot of books here, and it was a little accident. I guess I had too much knowledge. Everything caved here. All the books were on the ground. And that's why they're all around me now. But still, we got the 4 books, which I think are the best out there, and that as an entrepreneur or just to improve yourself, you should be reading. So let's start with number 4. Now, I am obsessed by the brain, right? I believe that basically understanding your brain will help you become more productive, will help you to become happier, healthier, will help your business, everything, right? It's all about our brain, right? Our knowledge is our biggest asset. So this book, How Your Brain Works, actually tells you, well, basically what it says, right? How our brain works. How does our memory work, right? How can we improve our memory so when you're watching this video, when you're reading a book, when you're studying, how can you actually remember more? How does our consciousness work, right? So how can we, because a lot of decisions that we actually take are made by our subconscious mind. So by understanding how this works and how we can sort of influence how our subconscious mind decides what we do, we can really get to the goals and reach our goals and achieve our goals and do the right things to go to that next level. Now, I understand that this isn't for everyone. It's also it is scientific, right? So it tells you about neurons and the connections, but I still believe that it's going to help you, right? The difference in brains between men and women. I mean, that's pretty cool to know if you ask me. Maybe I'm a nerd, I don't know. I just think it's on number 4 because, for me it's one of the best books, but I do realize that I'm a bit obsessed by the brain. Try and check it out. I think it's really cool. All right, on number 3, it is this book. It is Tipping Point. It's a pretty old book. Let me check real fast. I think it was from 2001, so it's a bit older book, but it basically talks about how things, well, if we use terms of nowadays, how things go viral, right? So how does something which just starts small become really viral, and what type of people do we need to make something become very popular? Now, when we are recording this, actually just as we speak, we have a little photo of an egg on Instagram, which is going viral like crazy, right? I think, I don't even know where it's at now, like 50, 60 million likes, whatever. The most liked photo ever on Instagram. So it is a perfect example of how things go viral. And this book explains that you need, for example, connector. I think I would be a connector. A connector is someone who just knows people and loves to connect people. Now, if I look at my businesses, for example, I'm never super good at what we do, right? I have a software development company. I don't write code. When Iman and me started IAG Media, I never ran a Facebook ad or didn't know anything about digital marketing. But I do know how to find people who are really good at it, and I know how to sell. I know how to connect people. Right? And that's one of the people. And then it talks about all different types of people that you need in order to make something go viral, or at least a success. And it takes a lot of examples like Coca-Cola and other big brands, how they became this popular. And the cool thing about reading this book is you're going to recognize yourself. I guarantee you're going to recognize yourself. And some of your friends. And knowing this will actually really help you if if you want to do branding, if you want to start something new. This will really help you actually find out what you have to do. So Tipping Point, I think it definitely top 3, and I think it's really, really cool. All right, number 2. Probably most of you know this one, Rich Dad Poor Dad. And it basically talks about how our education is just completely screwed, right? I think our whole education system is actually just not really working. And this book talks about why we should have financial knowledge. And this book was written before the recession, and what he spoke about is, for example, stop seeing your house as an asset. A lot of people think, I'm going to buy a house and that's good, that's going to make me money, it's an asset, but actually it's a liability because you're going to have to pay your bills. Most people of course need a mortgage, so you're going to have to pay rent and everything, interest. And people laughed at him when he wrote this book in the beginning. And then the recession came and people were kicked out of their houses, especially in America, right? Because they couldn't afford their house anymore. And what he really says is, if you educate yourself about financial wisdom, right? And I actually also have, let me try and get it, his second book, which is Financial IQ, Rich Dad's Financial IQ, which is basically part of the series, but this is the one everyone should read. He really explains this, how you can become more sensible and how you should increase your assets. And no matter whether you're an entrepreneur or you work for someone, you can become financially smart and make money work for you and long-term really become financially free. And in school we don't learn this, right? School doesn't teach us what to do with money, people tell us these days, be smart, don't spend too much, save, and then you'll be able to retire. But that's not true. We have to be smart with our money. And that's what this book is really about. So I think it's really cool. I think it's a must read because this knowledge will really help you long term, and it can actually change your life, especially in the future. Definitely read it. All right, then we go to number 1, and I actually only read this. It Start With Why. I only read this about a year ago, and the reason why I love this book so much is with all my coaching students, within my Facebook group, I always told people, if you don't know why you do something, nothing's gonna work. So many people chase money. Right? It's basically a bit about this book as well. So many people think, I just want to become rich and I will do anything for money. And that's just stupid. For example, if you say, I want to make €1 million, if you're chasing that, if you're chasing money, then you hit €1 million, and then what? Are you going to be happy? I don't think so. Because then you make $1 million and you think, now I want to make 2 million. Or now I want to make 5 million or whatever. And that's just, again, that's not going to make you happy. So really ask yourself, what is my why? Why do I do what I do? And what do I really want to do in life? And if you know this, then afterwards you're going to think about, okay, so, how can I do this? And then you're going to think about, what can I offer? Now, if I look at myself as an example, I've spoken about this before. I truly want to help people. I love seeing a sort of spark in someone's eye. If they see how the world can be, how much better things can be, and how you can become more productive, and how you can make more money and everything. I love that. I love helping people. And then I thought, okay, how can I do this? Well, by making YouTube videos like this, right? By doing daily tips on my Instagram, by providing as much value as I can on all social media platforms. And then what can I offer? Because at the end of the day, right, we want to make money as a result. Well, I offer coaching, mentorships, a Facebook group. There's going to be a course. So everything I do, money is the result of me knowing what I love to do and about my why. And if you think I'm gonna make money and then think, okay, so I'm gonna make money and then we'll see how and maybe why, but probably not, you're not gonna be successful. Every super successful person, every huge company made their fortune, became successful because they knew why. Apple, for example, they said we want to change the status quo. And how are we gonna do this? Well, by being beautiful in design and super user-friendly. And what? Well, we're going to make computers and then phones. So that's the result of knowing that they want to change the status quo. That's what they truly stand for. So all in all, it's always difficult to pick a couple of books, right? There's so many great books, and these are just I think they're very different. That's why I picked them for now. And I think everyone should read all 4 of these. And if you think there's another great book, let me know. Write it in the comments. The more books I can read, the better. So for sure, let me know. Also, let me know what you think about these books. I think reading is important. I do it, even if you do it for 10, 15, 20 minutes every morning, it's gonna help you. Education, again, knowledge is your main asset, and it will help you reach your goals, become happier, healthier, and more successful. So make sure to read, and thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you like this, and I will be back very soon.